Hey guys, it is Marie and I'm finishing up Rant week here on the invisible wall. Today I'm going to talk about why it sucks to be the oldest sibling. We've had many debates on who has it the best. Lindsay seems to think it's the middle child who has it the worst. I think it's the oldest child. Jenny never thinks it's the youngest child because she knows how good she's got it. But here are the reasons that it really does suck sometimes to be the oldest child. There are so many rules that get put into place when you are growing up that aren't even an issue when your younger siblings come along. For example, when I was in middle school and high school, we had this computer limit. You could only be on the computer for I think maybe an hour a day. Me and Lindsay had to follow this rule. We were not allowed to be on longer. We had this timer set, and this ensured that, we went outside, we did our homework, we left other time for the other people on the computer after we got home from school or whatever. And I remember this was also a rule during the summer. Maybe we got like an hour and a half because we did have the whole day, but we still had to go outside. We still had to do all this other stuff, including our chores, playing with our friends. There is no such rule. Granted, we have our own laptops, so it's not an issue to use the family computer, but my brother and sister will sit on the computer for hours and hours and hours and play their games. And is there one word for mom or dad? This has not just been for that thing. There have been other rules like, oh, you can't have a Facebook until you're this age. You are also the first to get your license, therefore you are the chauffeur. If your sibling has to go to practice or a meeting or Boy Scouts or whatever, you are the first one in line to go get it, to go take them or go get something from the store. And when you're the oldest, you're the only one that can go do it. You're also supposed to be responsible and the role model and blah blah blah. Sometimes that's a lot of pressure because when you're the first to go through things, you don't really know what you're doing, and therefore it's really hard to set that example right then and there. Sometimes you'd rather just go back and say, I did this, don't do that. You have to figure out a lot of the things on your own. Your parents might have gone through it, but definitely not in the same capacity as you have today. It is a lot harder to get into colleges and scholarships and find a job, and it's a lot of fighting with your parents and your siblings to figure out what you're doing. And that's sometimes a lot of pressure. There's also this thing where you have to be more responsible because you're the oldest, which is sometimes a good thing and sometimes not. Sometimes it's hard to be the responsible one because you're expected to do all this stuff, and then once you start slipping back into the more siblings, you see things where you're like, wait, at that age I already had a job. At that age I was already doing this chore. And it's really hard because now there's all of us that can do all of them and you feel like you got gypped. Now, being the oldest isn't all that bad, but there are several things that do come along with being the oldest that really, frankly, suck. And those are just a few of them. If you have anything about being the oldest, or if you don't agree with me, comment down below. Give it a big thumbs up if you do agree with me. Make sure to subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you will see Sarah on Monday. Bye!